bikers, I'm Johnny Thompson from Fit for Racing, and today we're going to be talking about a problem that you might have around strength. So as a rider looking to increase their performance on the bike, you might already be doing some supplemental work in the gym, which is fantastic. And you might already know that strength is an excellent foundation. But what should you be testing and what metrics should you be going towards to know that you're getting optimum performance on the bike?
1, 2, 3,
listen. So these tests should be for your baseline absolute strength, and it doesn't necessarily reflect on your performance on the bike, but it does form a good foundation to then build that bike sports specific training on top. The capacity work, the speed, the power, all of the things that will contribute to you becoming a more winner rider. So what should you be testing to know where you stand on your baseline strength? Well, we use a back squat, a deadlift, and strict pull-ups. Compound movements like the deadlift and the squat, they don't just test hips, but also your ability to maintain your structure through your spine. So that's core stability as well as leg strength, all of this stuff that's going to contribute to a nice solid foundation. And then pull-ups, because lats are the biggest driving force on your upper body that's going to help rotational strength and bike control. So by testing your pull-ups and back squat and deadlift in comparison to your body weight, then gives a good reflection on where you are on your base strength and then what you might need to focus on before moving on to some sport specific stuff. So out of those movements, we need to categorize into where you fall. There's a starting point, there's a minimum performance level, there's a maximum performance level, and then there's a specialist level. So the starting point is where we expect 90% of you riders to be starting from. Then there's a minimum performance level. So this is a level that we expect that you should be aiming for to then add the capacity and the sport specific stuff on top of. Then there's a maximum performance level, which you should be looking at if you're an elite rider. These are the metrics that you should be aiming for to then know that you've got the best foundations and that then things can be added on top of that very proficiently. But it's an upper end, and that's when the specialist comes in. Being a strength specialist may well slow you down, and it might take up too much of your training time to then get the best out of the bike.
I've never ever given up this time. I've never ever given up this time.
Because of biomechanics and other influencing factors, some people are very good at squats and not so good at deadlifts, and vice versa. So we're going to combine the two, and we're going to test a 3 rep max on each. So you're going to test a 3 rep max on your back squat, a 3 rep max on your deadlift, combine the number, and then we're going to look at where you fall compared to your body weight. So your combined 3 rep max back squat and deadlift should be, for males as a starting point, double your body weight. As a girl, we're going to be looking for your body weight in the combined back squat and deadlift as a performance minimum. So this is something that you should be looking at if you're very conscious about your performance on the bike. You should be looking at 2.5 times your body weight as a male for back squat and deadlift 3 rep maxes, and as a female, 1.5 times your body weight. And as a performance maximum, 4 times body weight for guys and 3.5 times body weight for girls. So you might think that this range is absolutely massive. Well, it is. There's a lot of difference between 1.5 times body weight and 4 times body weight. But what we're saying is within that bracket is performance gaining. So you can add to that other performance factors. So intensity, speed, power, all of those things on top of what we've established as a minimum strength foundation and a maximum, so you probably don't need to focus on it if you're already at your maximum. As a specialist, if you're hitting 4.75 times your body weight as a male or 4 times your body weight as a female on the combined back squat and deadlift 3 rep maxes, then take a look at your training, have a word with yourself and think, what is my priority? If your priority is being a better rider, take a look at how much time am I spending in the gym trying to get stronger? How much time could I be spending on other elements of fitness that could contribute to being a better rider? Or in fact, how much time on the bike could I be spending as opposed to in the gym getting stronger? Strength is great, as we've said, as a foundation, but don't let it override all other things because it will hinder your bike performance. Putting those metrics into real terms, let's take a look at two athletes, Meg Whyte and Adam Brayton. Meg Whyte is 47 kilos and she back squats for 3, 70 kilos and deadlifts for 3, 100 kilos. So we've worked that out, that it's 170 kilos, 3.6 times her body weight combined. And that falls into the very upper, just slightly over the maximum performance threshold. So with Meg, she shouldn't necessarily be looking at gaining even more strength. She should be using that time to maintain the strength she has, and on top of that, the strength, speed, power, endurance. So all of the things that are great to have that foundation. And the same with Adam Brayton. He weighs 71 kilos. He's a little powerhouse. And he can squat for 3, 140 kilos. And for 3 deadlifts, he can do 160 for a combined 300. And that works out at 4.2 times his body weight combined, which again is in the upper end of the performance maximum. So we know that Adam, as an athlete, doesn't need to focus on strength. He needs to maintain that strength, but he's already very powerful. He's got a lot of speed and endurance, so he's maintaining his strength, but also maximizing the benefits of that baseline strength into his performance-specific training. It's no good saying, well, everyone should be squatting 140 kilos for 3, because if you weighed 120 kilos, that's not gonna mean you're gonna be better on the bike. Adam Brayton, that weighs 71 kilos, squatting 140, that's a different story. Power to weight is very, very important on the bike. And that's when, if you become a strength specialist, you might end up putting on unwanted weight in the search of ultimate strength. And that's not what we want. What we want is usable, functional strength. Functional is a key word here. It's been overused so many times. Functional for you guys, hopefully, by watching this channel, functional should mean function on the bike. The function of this movement is to help me ride better. So if it's not functional, then it shouldn't necessarily be priority. So upper body testing, pull-ups. If you don't have a single pull-up as a male, then start working on it. You need to get a single strict pull-up to meet some starting point strength. On the female side, you need to be doing 1 parallel ring row. So this ring row is to a 90-degree arm. This is going to reflect well on how much you can pull versus your body weight. So minimum performance numbers for males, we're going to be looking for 5 strict pull-ups. This is going to be a good reflection on you. Then adding on to that, things like kipping pull-ups for speed and power, and lots of things that you can be adding to upper body because you've got that strength foundation and functionality. For girls, that's going to be a single pull-up. This might be a big ask for a lot of you girls, but keep persisting on the banded work towards it. It will pay dividends on the bike if you can get a pull-up. It might be an incentive for all genders to be losing a little bit of unwanted and unfunctional weight so that you can start meeting these pull-up numbers. That's going to help your bike performance no end. And then a performance maximum, so there's not really a mega maximum for pull-ups, but let's consider if you're getting 15 plus or 10 plus for girls, then there may be a chance that you're pulling up too much, but don't let that put you off. I am not saying that doing 20 strict pull-ups is going to be bad for your riding, but don't focus on getting strict pull-ups to that level. I suppose the point of that is it's finding balance. So all of this that has been said today about strength minimums, maximums, all of that stuff, just consider your training towards bike fitness being balanced. Don't focus on an area, particularly strength, that might hinder that ultimate goal of being better on your bike. Hopefully this video is self-explanatory and you've got all of the information in there so that you can go out and start testing. But I need to put on there a caveat. So if you've watched this far and you're likely to go to the gym and start testing, don't go out guns blazing and start blasting 3 rep max squats without knowing how to do it properly. Seek professional advice. Please be vigilant on safety, and please educate yourself. Learn how to do these movements properly. Primarily, we are a free education channel, so subscribe. We're not all about sales, we're all about information for you guys to be safely adding performance for riding. And that's that for today. So until next time, happy gymming, happy riding, and peace.
Oh,